Maya's eyes caught sight of a group of bees buzzing happily around the flowers. She crouched down to observe them closely. "You're hard workers too, huh?" she mused. "We make a great team." It was amazing how everything in the garden worked together, each part playing its role in creating something wonderful. With a contented sigh, Maya sat down on the garden bench. Her work was done for the day, and she felt proud of all she had accomplished. The garden is growing, she thought, and so am I. She realized that every seed she planted was a little reminder that hard work and patience always paid off. As the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Maya walked back toward the farmhouse, her basket full of fresh vegetables. "I can't wait to share this with everyone," she thought. The garden had given her so much today, and she was ready to pass that joy along, knowing that every meal would be a reminder of the love she'd poured into her work. Narration asterisk. Later that night, as Maya sat at the dinner table with her family, she couldn't help but feel grateful. The food was simple, but it tasted better than anything else. "This is what it's all about," she thought, savoring each bite. Hard work, love, and nature. It all comes together to create something beautiful. The next morning, Maya woke up feeling energized. "Another day, another adventure in the garden," she said to herself. She knew that her work wasn't over, but that was what made it fun. Every day brought new challenges and new joys, and she couldn't wait to dive right back into it. Maya picked up her tools, feeling the familiar weight of them in her hands. She was ready. The garden was calling her name again. "Let's see what needs doing today," she thought. And just like that, she was off, her heart light with excitement and her mind focused on the work ahead. Maya paused for a moment to appreciate the peace around her. The garden was quieter now, as if it were waiting for her to notice its beauty. There's always something to appreciate, she thought, even in the quiet moments. She took a deep breath and smiled, knowing that every part of this place had its own special magic. The plants had begun to bloom even more brightly than before. Maya felt a deep connection to them, like they were her companions in this grand adventure. "I'll keep working hard and they'll keep growing," she said, her voice full of determination. "Together, we'll make something amazing." Maya spent the next few hours trimming, planting, and cleaning. She was in her element, lost in the rhythm of work. "It's like the garden has its own heartbeat," she mused. "And I'm part of it, helping it grow." The wind picked up, gently rustling the leaves in the trees. Maya stopped her work for a moment, letting the breeze cool her down. "Nature has its own way of reminding us to pause," she thought, taking in the quiet beauty around her. In these moments, everything felt in balance, as if time itself had slowed down. Maya kneeled beside her newly planted tomatoes and felt the warm soil in her hands. "I've been watching these grow from the very start," she said, her voice filled with pride. "Now they're getting stronger, just like me." She could see the tiny green tomatoes beginning to form, and she knew that with a little more time, they would be perfect. As Maya watered the garden, she smiled at how lush everything had become. The bright green leaves, the colorful flowers, and the growing vegetables all seemed to say, "Thank you for your care." She knew the work was tough, but the reward was worth it. A garden like this takes patience, but it gives back more than you could ever imagine, Maya thought. Maya reached down to pull a few weeds from around the plants. She didn't mind the task. Every little bit of work she did helped the garden grow. "It's like cleaning up after your own mess," she chuckled. "It's a small thing, but it makes everything else shine brighter." Maya stood tall and looked at the vast garden around her. "This is my little piece of the world," she thought, "and I get to help it grow." She could see the results of her hard work in every corner. The healthy plants, the strong trees, the vibrant flowers, and she couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. Butterfly fluttered by, its delicate wings catching the sunlight. Maya followed it with her eyes, watching as it danced among the flowers. "Nature has a way of making even the smallest things seem magical," she thought. "And it's moments like this that make all the hard work worth it." As Maya picked up her rake and began tidying up the garden paths, she thought about how much the garden had taught her. "It's more than just planting and watering," she mused. "It's about care, patience, and dedication. It's about showing up every day, no matter what." The chickens were clucking in the distance, and Maya decided to take a quick break. She walked over to the coop, smiling as they pecked at the ground. "Even the chickens are part of this," she laughed. "They help make the garden complete. Everyone has a role to play." Maya sat down on the porch with a glass of lemonade, watching the sun begin to set. The garden was quiet now, the work for the day done. "It feels good to rest after all that hard work," she said, taking a sip of her drink. "But tomorrow, I'll be back at it again. Because the garden is never finished. It's always growing, always changing." As the stars began to twinkle overhead, Maya felt a sense of peace settle over her. She had spent the day working hard, but now it was time to rest. "The garden will be waiting for me tomorrow," she thought. "And I'll be ready to take care of it again." The next morning, Maya was up early, eager to get started. She picked up her gloves and headed straight for the garden. "It's a new day, and I'm ready to get to work," she said, her voice full of energy. The garden was calling her name, and she couldn't wait to see what new challenges and joys it would bring today. Maya started her day by watering the plants, carefully making sure each one got the attention it needed. Every plant is different, and they all need different care, she thought. Some need more water, some need more sunlight, but all of them need love. She smiled, knowing that the time she spent taking care of them was never wasted. The birds were chirping merrily in the trees, and Maya paused to listen. "The garden is alive with sounds," she thought, taking in the symphony of nature around her. From the rustling leaves to the distant hum of bees, every sound told a story of growth and life. It was the perfect soundtrack to her hard work. As Maya carefully pruned a few branches from the apple tree, she noticed the little fruits beginning to grow. "It won't be long before these are ready to eat," she said. "I can't wait to share them with everyone." The thought of harvesting all the fruits and vegetables made her feel excited about the future of her garden. Maya sat back on her heels, looking over the garden once more. "I've come so far," she thought. "This garden was just an idea once, but now it's real. It's alive, and it's growing because I've been here every day making it happen." The sense of accomplishment was overwhelming, and she couldn't help but feel proud. The garden was thriving, and so was Maya. As she worked, she thought about how much she had learned and how much she had changed. "I've learned that growth takes time," she said. "But when you put in the effort, it always pays off in the end." She knew that the lessons of the garden would stay with her for the rest of her life. As the sun began to set once again, Maya took a moment to appreciate the beauty of the garden. "Another day's work done," she thought. "And another day of growth. I've made a difference here, and this place has made a difference in me." She felt a deep sense of satisfaction, knowing that the garden was a part of her and she was a part of it. Maya wiped her hands on her jeans and looked at the garden one last time before heading inside. "I'll be back tomorrow," she promised. "There's always more work to be done, but there's always more to enjoy too." She knew that the cycle of work and reward would continue, and she was ready to embrace it with open arms. The day was over, but the garden would keep growing just as Maya would. The work never really ends, she thought, but that's what makes it so special. Every day brings something new, something better. And with that thought, Maya went inside, ready to rest and dream about the garden that was always waiting for her. As Maya lay in bed, the soft sounds of the night outside made her smile. "Tomorrow will be another day in the garden," she thought, "and I can't wait to get started." With that thought, she closed her eyes, knowing that every day spent in the garden was a day well spent, a day full of growth, learning, and joy.